And Isaias is the only one that is left, and he's the president. And there is an interesting quote that I wanted to give. In 1996, that is 3 years after the referendum of independence, Isaias said in an interview, "We do not want to create another Rwanda, Yugoslavia, Somalia, or Liberia. There will never be in our country any political party based on clan, religion, or tribe." And that is the rationale behind the deadly machine that we now see in power in Eritrea. With the best of intentions, but that is the result. When the country became independent, at first there was this consensual thing with the former colonial quote-unquote master of Ethiopia, and the fact that there was harmony, there was collaboration between Addis Ababa and their former enemy, those rebels who now became a state, which was very strange. I mean, this was a period during which I went several times to Asmara, and it was very striking to see the people who had been fighting each other, seeming to be in very good, there seemed to be no bitterness. And in 1998, the war broke out again. Why? Because Isaias, from his point of view of centralization, realized that the tool he had in hand, that is that small country of 4.5 million people, because that's all what they are, 4.5 million people, was in great danger of economic, how would I say, miscarriage. And he tried to run his former colonial master, because there was the close relationship between the two fronts, the one that had overthrown Mengistu in Ethiopia and the one that had taken power in Asmara. They were co-fighters during the war. They had been together, they had been allies. And the Eritreans were playing the role of the bigger, older brother, and they were economically infiltrating all the structures in Ethiopia, transport, banking, and so on, to the point where the Ethiopians said, wait a minute, we were very kind, we let you have your freedom, we're in agreement with your political project, but this is getting too much. This is a case of the tail wagging the dog. We let you free, now you want to run us. And the feeling around, I would say, the end of '97, which was my last visit before the war, you could feel that something was amiss. And by May '98, the Eritrean army crossed the border and attacked Ethiopia. So we're apparently back to square one, but in a completely different situation. It was not the colonial master, it was the colonial victim attacking the former master. And the war lasted for 2 years. It was a very strange war, because it was more like World War I. People digging in trenches and frontal assaults with 10,000 people killed in 2 or 3 days, being mowed down by machine guns. It was Verdun, or the battles of World War I. Very, very strange war. Completely the opposite of what you would think of for former guerrillas. Position warfare with trenches. And the end was a kind of non-peace, non-war, during which, since the cause of the war could not be admitted, Isaias never admitted that he was trying to conquer the former master. There was the Algiers peace agreement, which led to a very uncertain situation. It was not a formal peace that was signed in December 2000 in Algiers. Then things started to change inside Eritrea. That group of 15 which had run everything till then turned around and told Isaias, we cannot go on like this. It's not possible. I mean, our plan has succeeded in the sense we won the war, we're independent, but look what just happened. This new war that we have had between 1998 and 2000 was caused by the fact that with your idea of control, centralization, domination, you have now pitted yourself against reality. We're 4.5 million. The Ethiopians are 84 million. it was completely crazy to try to attack them. And this is due to our system of government, because you carried into peace the system we had during the war. Now, it was very good during the war. We won the war. We control everything. Now is the time to relax, to open up and democratize the system. For about 6 months, there was an argument. And then, strangely enough, the consequences, the creation of the dictatorship came because of 9/11. You know, on 9/11, the Americans were strongly disturbed, let's say. They stopped looking at the rest of the world. A week later, Isaias arrested the totality of the political bureau of his own party. On the 18th of September 2001, he put everybody in the clique and said, this is the end of the democratization problem.